Hey everybody, Richard Seller here. The week before Christmas, December 2018, a really interesting article ran in the New York Times that I thought was very important and interesting to discuss with you. The headline is, and I'm reading it, Planned Parenthood is accused of mistreating pregnant employees. Think about that for a second. Planned Parenthood's mission is to obviously work with and involve pregnant people, women, and work with them to ensure that their pregnancies are handled and their health is taken care of and their needs are accommodated and taken care of. Yet, the article discusses how the Planned Parenthood is not walking the walk, but rather is instead talking the talk when it comes to their own employees. So let me give you an example which will make you chuckle. Has anybody ever been to the doctor and the doctor's telling you don't smoke or quit smoking? And then as you're walking out to the parking lot, the doctor's on a break smoking a cigarette in the parking lot. You know, it's do as I say, not as I do. So this is sort of that same situation where you've got Planned Parenthood whose mission it is to work with pregnant women, yet the pregnant women in its own workforce are being mistreated. They're not allowed breaks. They're treated differently and in a negative manner. If they have to go out, for example, and have doctor's appointments or take care of the needs of their pregnancy. And it's pretty amazing and outrageous where, again, the Planned Parenthood mission and its outward approach to the world is pregnancy is vital and important and we need to protect it, but they're not doing that in their own workforce. And you see common examples of this in workforces all over the place where, you know, companies that sell cigarettes, you know, and then there's employees smoking, same example as the doctor, or, you know, a personal trainer who's way overweight, who's eating donuts, you know, and bringing cookies into the gym. Or you see a dermatologist, for example, that has terrible skin. So if you're going to have a mission, for example, like Planned Parenthood, to take care of your pregnant women, but you're not doing that and you're treating your pregnant employees in a disparate and negative manner, that's pretty outrageous. And I think it truly diminishes the role of Planned Parenthood here and their reputation and credibility. So it's been an outcry. This article in the New York Times, which I would recommend you take a look, is really interesting because it details multiple examples of pregnant employees feeling terrible in the workplace. So the quick tie-in, let me just go through this briefly with you, and I've touched on this before. If you're a pregnant employee and you've worked at an organization that has at least 50 or more employees within 75 miles of where you work, and you've worked there at least a year, if you need time off for your pregnancy, and pregnancy-related symptoms, you may be entitled to something called FMLA, the Family Medical Leave Act. Likewise, pregnancy is treated under the law in the same manner as a disability. So if there's an accommodation that's needed as a result of your pregnancy that doesn't cause an undue burden on the employer, then the employer is required to treat your pregnancy or a woman's pregnancy in the same regard as a disability and engage in what's called the interactive process with the employee to ensure that there's an open discussion about what the employee may need. For example, if morning sickness is going to cause the employee to miss time during the day, a reasonable accommodation might be to allow the employee to work an extra 15 minutes at the end of her shift to make up for any time that she's in the bathroom not feeling well. If doctor's appointments are permitted for disabled or other employees, they should be permitted for pregnant employees. These seem like simple things of walking the walk instead of talking the talk. And it seems that Planned Parenthood has failed in its mission, not only with regard to the employees, but the message that it's sending out to the public. So I wanted to give you guys a quick video on this. Pretty interesting stuff. I hope everybody's having a great holiday season. And we will catch up with you guys in the new year. Enjoy.